Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Roundup. We made it through this week's and last week's Marvel books. Now it's time to truck on to this and last week's Image books. Kind of, sort of. Kicking things off, though, we've got Blood Squad 7, number 6. So, where we left off, Blood Squad 7 was working on, was preparing for BloodCon, which is supposed to be a convention that will announce the formation of a new Blood Squad 7 team for the first time in 30 years. However, amidst all the various inter-team drama, the Gang of Four has returned. So the issue opens with I can't remember her name, but the current team leader talking with the with Maxon, who is also a bit of a legacy, the son of major supervillains, and she's accusing him of various things, and also just flat out saying he doesn't deserve to be on the team. But he lets her on a few things. Namely that, sure, his mother tried to kill Blood Squad 7 in the past. She also wanted him dead. But with that, she leaves. Then Miss Richmond is talking with Bête Noire. Well, talking to, more like, while Bette meditates and stretches. Richmond also makes a point of making Richmond and her staff also make a point of making sure that the site for BloodCon is going to be ready and secure in time. But it turns out that it seems the Gang of Four is listening in. Then the files on the original Redcoat are looked into by the current team leader, or rather, looks like it's Richmond, and her daughter is she called her daughter. Apparently, daughter's displeased about having been, as she puts it, squeezed out of a foreign op. and preparing her look for BloodCon. But in the country of Kumari, a an Arabic nation that is not exactly an ally of the U.S., Ripcord and Ripcord and Night Striker are on a recon mission. However, they've stumbled into what's supposed to be a lab. However, the scientists are all dead. Ripcord notes the methodology that the outer perimeter security wasn't breached. So, how did the killers get in? Possibly teleportation, which Night Strike can check into. There doesn't seem to be traces of that, so. But Ripcord asked about asked for the mission parameters to be clarified, and explains that the site is it's a crime scene. It is completely cold. And all they're doing there is angering the locals. But Night Strike informs Ripcord, however, that apparently she left her partner. And she's camped out, squatting basically, in her launch silo. But she tells Ripcord, forget she said anything. Elsewhere, Man of War is getting prepped for rejoining the team. Basically, she has to making sure that his memories are re-uploaded, and there won't be any issues with that. Richmond then deals with the more with the more cryptic member of the team, and she's not sure if the things he's saying are metaphors or just typical weird shit. But she ends up in a parking garage, and apparently there's been some kind of phenomena that the squad's techie will even felt. It's definitely outside the norm, and they should be able to isolate it and ultimately diagnose it. But and she explains that it's explained that Richmond explains that she needs to know exactly what Enigma is doing and how the team can use it. And that is where the issue ends. Good issue. Well, clearly it's building up to something big, so looking forward to what what's being built up to. But anyways, on to our next book. We've got Redcoat number 9. And yes, this is the first of 3 Ghost Machine books that will be covered this week. But so Simon Pure. Well, where we left off is not really important because of the fact that the book seems to jump around the timeline. The last issue, if I remember correctly, was took place in the mid 1800s. This one takes place in the early 1800s, and largely focuses on Simon's friendship with Johnny Appleseed. So the issue opens in 1816. Johnny and Simon are running after something big. So apparently, Johnny Appleseed and Simon Pure took to an annual meetup where they would trade stories and of the last year and drink hard apple cider. But this time they're chasing basically a giant earthworm at this point. Earlier in the day, however, the tree, an apple tree that Johnny planted is growing rather large, but Johnny points out to Simon that there's a town burning. So they go see if they can help. The fire's been put out, but a surveyor who set the fire. Surveyor's long gone, and Simon suggests they track him down, but Johnny doesn't think Johnny is very much not in favor of killing the surveyor, and so Simon says, "Yeah, sure, scare the pants off him. Hell, maybe just flat out take him." But the trail's gone cold, which they try to follow at night, well, very drunk, and so Johnny's able to use some of Simon's magic to basically track the surveyor, but Simon thinks it didn't work. It apparently did work. Made a giant apple, and that apple, well, had a worm inside of it, and the worm was giant too. And so Simon and Johnny chase down the worm, and for about 5 seconds, Simon manages to ride the worm and transfer his magic back into himself. Funny thing that happens during the one of the panels that has Simon riding a worm. His eyes are very blue, almost Arakeen blue. But they take the apple to the town that had been set fire. Basically, everyone's all happy about basically having a giant apple to eat. But Johnny and Simon part ways at a crossroads. And apparently, Simon managed to track down the surveyor. The surveyor shit himself. And that is where the issue ends. And we don't. It doesn't actually show the surveyor being Simon catching up to the surveyor, but it's the narrations that explains it. Good issue. It's very much this issue is very much a filler issue because with a story, the next issue starting up a story that has Simon meeting up with Annie Oakley. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock Box signing off saying, live long and rock hard.